So for a while now, I've been thinking about whether a kind of nomadic lifestyle would be something for me. I'm a software developer, so I'm very flexible about my work. I can work from anywhere, and that's super convenient. I'm very lucky to have that. So for quite a while I've been thinking whether to travel the world and work from wherever I am at that moment would be something for me. Part of the reason I went to Japan this year, last year, this is 2020 now, has been to try that out. Like, not really traveling the world, but traveling Japan and working a little bit doing that. And just these 2 months of being in Japan and moving from place to place have showed me that that is not a lifestyle for me. I can understand why people do it and why it's so attractive to people to be in a different country or in a different city every 2 weeks or something. But it's also very exhausting, and it's hard to meet new people and have social contacts. I'm not super extroverted, and I'm not good at meeting new people, especially if there's no context around it. I haven't had many social interactions in Japan, besides a few things that I've tried, like joining a terrace house viewing event, which was pretty awesome. Yeah, I noticed for myself that this is not a lifestyle for me. I like going home and being with my roommate and our 2 cats, and I think for me, I like the lifestyle of traveling a lot, but not for an extensive period of time. So only for maybe a longer weekend or something, and then being back home, or maybe 1 or 2 weeks and then going back home. So having this home base is something that's really important to me, and I really noticed that this time I went to Japan. This time in Japan, there was definitely something different about my trip, and I think it was because I had planned to be there for a longer period of time, but I hadn't had any specific plans or specific things that I needed to do. I actually became kind of homesick a little bit, and I've never really had that before. Last time I was in Japan was a little bit more than 3 years ago for a student exchange, and at that time there was just so much going on in the student dormitory with all the other exchange students, and basically every weekend we went on a short trip. In addition to that, we had university work as well, and I didn't have time to be homesick. I just did too much stuff. But that was different this time. I had much more free time, and I was kind of lost what I wanted to do, and that kind of caused me to be a little homesick. Around the end of November, I was thinking a lot about this, and I came to the conclusion that I wanted to go home for the holidays to Germany. So I basically just went on to book a flight that day when I made the decision, and that's why I'm in Germany right now. So from my current perspective, it was absolutely the right decision. I had such a great time with my friends here over New Year's, and especially because so many of my good friends came to visit our city here, and we spent a few days over New Year's together, and it's always such a great time when we do that. And I'm really happy that we were able to do this kind of thing a lot more in the past, like 1.5 years or so. I'm really looking forward to doing this even more this year. Part of the reason I went back to Germany was also to re-evaluate what I wanted to do in Japan with the rest of my time there. Actually, I've been so busy here, meeting all my friends and going back home to my family for Christmas and all that kind of stuff, that I haven't actually spent any time planning my Japan trip. So that's something that failed. I don't actually know what I will do. So I'm going back to Japan in 2 days. Today's Sunday. I'm flying out on Tuesday. So it's basically just a few more errands I need to take care of while I'm still here, and pack and just go back to Japan. That's the rest of my plan for here. And I don't even have accommodation when I'm back in Japan, so I really need to get into that as well. Maybe book a hostel for the first few nights and then see where to go from there. And I have some thoughts what I want to do, but no specific plans at all. It's going to be exciting, and I hope to be able to go to a few new cities that I haven't been before, and maybe explore those, and maybe go to a new city, be there for a whole week, and then move on to the next city. Something like that. And I think that's a good way to see a few more places in Japan that are new for me. Yeah, that's it for now. I think the next video I'll make will be from my journey back to Japan, so it's going to be a few days because the flight will be very, very exhausting. And yeah, I'll see you then. Goodbye. Yeah.